Hey all, today I'm going to expand upon a clip from our past VCN meetup. Barbara Olsafsky was the presenter, and she hit on something profound. Let's take a look at this clip.
Everyone builds an impression as they watch. You can't help it. You're picking up on clues, intentional or not, about who that brand is, what it stands for, what they're like as a business. And we sort of make up a narrative or a story for ourselves based on those impressions. And so the hurdle that you're really up against is that you do not have a business brand like a single thing. You have business brands, plural, because your brands are all of the different ways that different people create an idea about who your business is based on the content that they stumble across that's by or about you or your business in whatever order they happen to come across it. In a best case scenario for your own content, these impressions would be relatively homogenous thematically, meaning that people might describe things slightly differently, but they'd all have a similar gist or theme. And that happens when you are keeping track of the impression you want to give, and you are using that to shape what videos you want to create, what the content is going to be, the look and feel of that content, and how it all fits into the grand scheme of what working with you is like and what you're trying to achieve with your business.
In this clip, Barb is speaking on the importance of creating a consistent brand impression for your business, which is standard business talk. You have to create with a brand in mind for consistency in your messaging and for your message to have more staying power than a social media post. And this doesn't just go for the big guys, it's doubly important for solopreneurs because you don't get as many touches with your audience to make that impression as a company, say, running an extensive paid ad campaign. Your messages reach instead a few hundred or a few dozen interested folks. And if they bought into your brand, they are more likely to know what to expect from your messaging and tune in instead of tuning out. So it's important to be consistent. But where this clip gets really interesting is Barb's assertion that despite those efforts, your brand is not built by you, but instead it's built by your audience. Whether you're executing an effective brand strategy or not, people naturally form a narrative or story about you, your business, and your brand based on clues they pick up from wherever they run across your stuff, intentional or not. AKA, your audience's perception is your brand reality. If your brand is meant to be built around teaching and knowledge, and you post things that you think fit that brand, but your audience sees what you're posting as shallow business platitudes, your brand is not teaching and knowledge, it's shallow business platitudes. If you try to build a brand around humor and you create commentary pieces around other businesses or people and they're meant to be funny and good natured, but your audience sees them as snarky and mean, your brand isn't funny, it's snarky and mean. And if you have a brand that's consistency leads to business success, but it comes out and fits and starts on social media, there's inconsistent language and content types, your audience is not going to see your brand as consistency leads to business success, but instead they're going to see your brand as inconsistency. You get the picture. Your intention has nothing to do with your brand. You can affect it quite a bit with a strong strategy and execution, but ultimately it's your audience who decides what your brand is. And with that, I pose to you this question: what is my brand? Drop your thoughts in the comments.